A drawdown is the process of taking two small ink samples and comparing them on paper by spreading the ink side by side. It can be used to compare inks, ensure you have the correct ink, or see how different two inks are. For this process, you'll need a piece of paper, some adhesive tape, a blunt knife, like a butter knife, or a syringe and needle, a scraper, and it's a good idea to grab a plastic bag to keep the work area clean, and some paper towels in case of a spill. To start, take your piece of paper and fold it in half. Tear a strip of tape and place it at the top of your page horizontally. Once your page is ready, you can place it on a piece of plastic to prevent messes. Now here, I'm concerned that I may have put Inkowl's light magenta ink, or Ultrachrome K3, into my magenta refillable cartridge. So to start, we'll gather a sample of each ink we want to compare. If you're taking a sample from a cartridge directly, you may find it easier with a syringe, but otherwise, it's recommended you use a knife, as I'll demonstrate later. You really only need a very small amount of ink. You're going to want to let just a couple of drops fall out onto the strip of tape you laid earlier. Be sure to put both samples fairly close together so that once spread the lines will touch and you'll be able to directly compare the two inks. The samples should also be fairly similar in size. Now that you have both your samples, grab your scraper. You'll want to hold the paper and then slide the scraper down it quickly. Notice the angle at which I hold the scraper. Now that that's done, we can easily compare the two inks just by eye. It looks like the magenta sample from my cartridge is much darker than the light magenta ink. We can now do the same with the Inkowl Magenta for Ultrachrome K3 ink. Perfect match. Looks like I didn't make a mistake after all. Here's something we at Inkowl like to use drawdown testing for. We're going to compare our ink with a sample of Epson Original ink. Watch and see. A near perfect match. Looking closely by eye, the difference is only subtly visible. Too small to impact print quality. Take a moment. Think green. Think refilling. Think Inkowl.